In 2017, downtown Oceanside was designated as one of 14 California cultural districts. This fall, the inaugural Oceanside Culture Festival celebrated what makes Oceanside original, active, and eclectic. The virtual event included video highlights from Oceanside's musicians and artists, arts and culture organizations, museums, and culinary scene. Musical performances featured Watkins Family Hour and Shane Hall, among others, all recorded on the stage of Oceanside Theater Company's historic Brooks Theater. In conjunction with the Culture Festival, Oceanside Theater Company's Lobby Art Gallery showcased local artists celebrating Oceanside's culture and lifestyle. Now, please enjoy this virtual presentation of these works with OTC board member and gallery curator, Cheryl Nagley.
Hello, my name is Cheryl Nagley and I'm the volunteer coordinator for the Brooks Theater Gallery. Today we're going to be taking a virtual tour of some wonderful art, reflecting Oceanside's diversity and cultural arts. Come on, let's take a look. Artist Suarez, Grumpy Face, 30 by 24. Textile created on a vertical loom. Price, $450. I love that you can walk into any gallery and immediately recognize the work created by Suarez. Her inspiration comes from her homeland of Colombia and its indigenous people. Her early work used weaving styles and traditions unique to Boyacá, an Andean province of Colombia. Her work has gradually evolved into creating faces seen in her dreams or textile portraits of her indigenous people. Grumpy Face is the face of someone she loves very much, though she says a very sad, always sad person. Artist Mario Torero, Sufrida, 18 by 24, Z-Clay, price $325. Have you discovered Artist Alley in downtown Oceanside? Step into it and you will find Ojos de Picasso, a stunning mural by Mario Torero, one of California's most renowned muralists. Sufrida is a surrealistic piece in homage to Frida Kahlo, reflecting the beauty and richness of the artist's Peruvian heritage and the social commentary of his adopted Chicano art, activism, and culture. Artist Cheryl Ehlers, Joaquin, Flamenco Lessons, 18 by 24, acrylic, price $300. Cheryl Ehlers was so intrigued by the flow, power, and skills of flamenco dancers that when she was first invited to dance, she happily accepted. Although excited and eager, she lost her balance and landed, well, you know where. She's never mastered flamenco, but her deep respect for the culture and the dance has inspired her flamenco series paintings. Artist Micki Brown, Po' Boy Sandwich, 11 by 14, mixed media on cradled wood. Price, $350. Micki Brown grew up outside of Boston and has always been attracted to harbor towns and the small businesses built in and around waterfronts. This art piece is for all of us foodies who love the culture of Oceanside, where the food just tastes better in the open salt air. There seems to be something nostalgic and mysterious about this sandwich shop, and whatever its story, the artist would like to visit and meet the owner and her staff. Artist Suarez, Rainbow Face, 30 by 24, textile, made on vertical loom, $450. Suarez uses the colors of whatever fiber is within her reach. Although most of her work is made from virgin, unprocessed wool and natural earth-toned dyes, some of her pieces are uncharacteristically smooth and bright, using acrylic fiber and chemical dyes. This is true now of many contemporary indigenous artists because traders offer 2 pounds of acrylic wool for every pound of natural wool. Artist Rachelle Farber, Breezy Day, 8 by 10, photography, price $100. What a perfect nod to the city's surf culture. Rachelle Farber is inspired by the special beauty of Oceanside, and her photographs invite you to discover this special gem in San Diego County. In this piece, the palm trees sway in the breeze, and surfboards are lined up, ready to embrace the waves. Artist, Kurt Lightfoot. Oceanside Museum of Art, Art After Dark. Dia de los Muertos, number 9. Archival pigment ink print. Price, $60. Proceeds donated to Oceanside Theater Company. Kurt Lightfoot believes that the viewer and the photographer are in a partnership. His main goal in his artistic photography is to create narrative and interpretive images that convey literal and symbolic meaning to the viewer. Each piece is a visual narrative, a story that encourages the viewer to react both emotionally and thoughtfully. Artist, Micki Brown. Hummingbird Ascent, 11 by 14, mixed media on cradled wood. Price, $350. Here we have Hummingbird Ascent, which highlights the cultural diversity of Oceanside. The repeating patterns behind the young couple represent the cultural influences of the past and present. The circular flowers, umbrellas, cup stains suggest the circle of life. And the large pink areas are an ode to the sunsets and harvest moon we all see and remember during our lifetime. Artist, Rachelle Farber. Going Fishing, 8 by 10, photography, price $100. If you've strolled down Oceanside's famous wooden pier, Rachelle Farber's image of a fishing rod leaning against the pier railing is a very familiar sight. All the essentials are there: the beach, the ocean, the blue sky, and someone's hopeful try for a fish dinner. Her work focuses on the wonderful things she sees while out and about in Oceanside. Artist, Sylvia Hyland. Oceanside Wildflowers, 32 by 24, mixed media. Price, $500. Proceeds donated to the Oceanside Theater Company. Sylvia Hyland grew up as a little girl in the Bronx who loved art, even earning a medal for artistic excellence at her high school graduation. Her first love was photography, and for 26 years, she taught and mentored her middle school students in photography, animation, and stop-action techniques. Her photos hang in gallery collections from New York to Mexico City. Her paintings tell a different story. She rarely exhibited them, and this piece is an example of her humanistic social portraits. Artist, Kurt Lightfoot. Oceanside Museum of Art, Art After Dark, Dia de los Muertos, number 14. Archival pigment ink print, price $60, proceeds donated to Oceanside Theater Company. In addition to his artistic photography, Kurt Lightfoot is an event photojournalist. He volunteers for the Oceanside Museum of Art to capture many of their incredible events, and this piece comes from the museum's annual event, Art After Dark. In this photo, the folklorico dancers seem to literally swirl off the page. The traditional costumes, vibrant colors, and exciting energy of the scene capture the excitement of Oceanside's Latino, Hispanic, and Chicano cultural arts. Artist, Sylvia Hyland. California Woman, 28 by 24, acrylic, not for sale. This self-portrait is a thoughtful portrayal of the artist. She appears both vulnerable yet strong, with steady eyes that look directly at the viewer. The late artist's husband is happy to share his wife's portrait, but it is not for sale and will go back home to hang in its special place. Artist, Mario Torero. Zapata, Z-Clay. Price, $350. Mario Torero's revolutionary paintings reflect his belief that, quote, you destroy the culture and you destroy the people. He calls himself an artivist, striving to carry with honor and pride the human responsibility to see a more humane and caring earth become a reality. This piece is typical of his portraits. an intensity in the eyes that gives viewers the uncanny feeling that they are being watched and judged. Do you feel his eyes? Artist, Suarez. Wink, 30 by 24. Textile created on a vertical loom. Price, $450. Suarez is the only family member of her generation who took up the art of weaving. Her father wanted her to focus on a professional career, so she had to sneak to see her aunts and uncles, who taught her the traditional practice of shearing, carding, spinning, and weaving. An artist mentor introduced her to the vertical loom. She explains, "I now create the faces of the world, the sad and happy thoughts that are us, now covered by masks." Artist Cheryl Ehlers. Bailaora, flamenco dancer. 18 by 24, acrylic, price $300. Another in Cheryl Ehlers' flamenco series, this piece celebrates the creativity, passion, and expression of the dance. Each dancer moves in unity, yet has a strong individual technique. It's almost like a skill set similar to that of an artist, in evoking a response from the viewer. The artist believes that it is never too late to keep growing and evolving. Reflecting on your feelings in your art is what makes artists unique to others. Artist, Josephine Coyle. Beach Buddies, 30 by 30. Oil, price $625. Many of Josephine Coyle's paintings are visual narratives that refer to past or current events that move her emotionally and intellectually. This piece was inspired by racial inequality and the Black Lives Matter protests about the George Floyd incident. The media inundated viewers with the ugly side of the racial issue. This piece was painted to show the other side: friendship, sharing the beautiful beach in Oceanside, having the small, everyday moments of connection that mean so much. The woman with the suitcase symbolizes the arrival of a new age, a new mentality. The child flying a kite printed with the American flag is an affirmation of freedom and what the flag stands for. It is a small but powerful piece that tells an important story. Artist, Sylvia, Hyland. On stage, everyone. 24 by 30, acrylic. Price, $300. Proceeds donated to Oceanside Theater Company. It is interesting to contrast Sylvia Hyland's paintings with her photographic work. As a photographer, the artist served on the executive board of the Photography Forum of New York and mentored young photographers. As a painter, her work was personal and rarely exhibited. I love the energy and sense of humor of this piece. Noses are exaggerated, costumes are outlandish, and it looks as though the actors will soon spill right out of the canvas. Artist, Torero. Freedom Swap, 36 by 24, original acrylic. Price, $4,500. Torero uses art itself as a tool for social change. As a co-founder of Chicano Park in University Heights and the Centro Cultural de la Raza in Balboa Park, he has spent 45 years creating art that portrays the history of oppression towards marginalized people. This piece shows his evolution from dramatic, radical art to thought-provoking public art. Artist, Stephen Gary. Sirens Call, 40 by 60. Mixed Media. Price, $1,500. Some artists are inspired to create a series of works centered around a theme or image or narrative. This doesn't work for Stephen Gary. He creates individual pieces that are like a new adventure every time. Rather than words, he communicates with the world by using imagery he finds meaningful and then putting it into a visual context. An important part of his artistic process is finding the sweet spot where all his problems disappear and the only focus is on making the visual story work for him. It's the cherry on top if others are pleased by his creations. Artist, Rachelle Farber. On My Way, 8 by 10, photography, price $100. Rachelle Farber loves to stroll along the beach, relax under an umbrella on the sand, and bike along the coast. This piece is a quiet invitation to hop on the bicycle and, do some people watching. According to the bike's shadow, it's early afternoon. Definitely time for a refreshing drink and snack. Artist, Kurt Lightfoot. Oceanside Museum of Art, Art After Dark. Dia de los Muertos, number 212. Archival pigment ink print, price $60. Proceeds donated to Oceanside Theater Company. This piece is a true celebration of Dia de los Muertos, with its powerful graphic and all the attendees sharing, communicating, and savoring the event. Whether it is Kurt Lightfoot's artistic photography or his photojournalism, this artist truly believes, and I quote, "Organizations like the Brooks Theater Gallery and the Oceanside Museum of Art are more than living art. They are strategic for creating a community worth living in." I can't think of a more perfect quote to end our virtual Brooks Theater Gallery tour. Thank you for joining me today.